Arzu, I'd like to start with you. What are your thoughts about the burqa ban, not just, of course, in the Netherlands, but across Europe?
The burqa bans are kind of like a vanguard issue, and they are a way of sneaking in highly authoritarian legislation into supposedly democratic spaces and structures. Let's just for a moment imagine that we buy this idea of the liberal democratic state in Europe. This is a kind of issue that sneaks in highly dubious legislation, and actually the impact of these is violence not just against the people that are directly affected, which is primarily women in face veils. Often these laws are dressed up as laws about banning all face coverings, but let's leave that aside. It actually starts or it helps reinforce a very violent climate against Muslims per se, people perceived to be Muslims, and minoritized others. So, we can say, well, it only affects a few people, or it's an issue about women's rights, etc. So it's not. It's actually quite devastating.
Rizwan, on that point about women's rights, that is one of the arguments for such burqa bans. Do you buy it?
I would say that I agree with Arzu on how the burqa ban and this policy is used as a way, essentially, as a tool, a political tool to oppress particular sections of the Muslim community. I would also say that it actually serves as also a tool in wider debate around how Muslims are essentially, in speech marks, integrating or assimilating into kind of Western society. And I think that's where the problem is. I mean, Islamophobia in itself is, as we know, is increasing anti-Muslim sentiment across Europe, and especially the rise of the far right is increasing.